I am going to unpause this match because this match would be sick. Guys, will WWE 2K24 lock Attires behind MyFACTION? So, before we ask ourselves this question, we need to make sure that 2K24 MyFACTION will even be in the game next year. And I'm pretty sure it will be. I'm like 89, maybe I should be even higher. I'm almost certain that MyFACTION will be a thing in 2K24. And now we can ask ourselves the question again, if 2K24 will lock Attires behind MyFACTION. Guys, this is the WWE 2K24 speculation series where we ask a bunch of different questions, come up with some ideas, and you know, we voice our opinions in the comment section, what we want to see, what we don't want to see, and all things of that nature. And it's in a playlist, so if you guys want to see all the other videos, I made a video about tag team matches and how they can improve in 2K24. If you guys want to see the rest of those videos, those are in a playlist. And you know, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Now, here's the thing. Okay, I had to pause for a second because I needed to make sure that I can get my point across in the best way possible. Okay, recently we got a stunning Steve Austin thing in MyFACTION, right? At least it's recent as of the time of recording this video, and at the time of recording this, there's probably some other stuff. Now, sorry, there is a lot of attires locked behind MyFACTION. A lot of really cool attires and a lot of really cool superstar models that are locked behind MyFACTION. And in order to get most of these models, if you don't want to get them just play them with MyFACTION, you know, you have certain creators that are uploading them to community creations. And you have to implement them into the thing, and it takes up a cost slot, which means it takes up storage, and then, you know, it could potentially make your game slower the more attires that you have, and it could start crashing your game, and, you know, things like that. So why not just put them in the actual game? So I have a couple of theories as to why attires are being locked behind MyFACTION. And the only reasons that I can think of, and don't worry, these are not like the official reasons. I have absolutely no idea. This is only coming from my opinion. This is not coming from anybody, you know, anybody else or anybody that anybody in 2K. This is just what I believe. So there's a couple reasons. The first reason is it's an incentive to play MyFACTION, so they're like, oh, let's make these exclusive attires on here, and let's have these exclusive models only on MyFACTION so that people would want to play MyFACTION. So that probably has to do with it. And then, but there's also the fact that it was, oh, okay, here's the thing. The other thing is, if there's attires behind MyFACTION, and it's just over and over again, it's gonna take up storage in the game. You're gonna have to constantly update the game, and, you know, stuff like that, and it might end up being too much storage for, you know, gigabytes wise. And I actually don't know how many gigabytes or how much a wrestler actually takes when it comes to, you know, in-game storage. I have no idea. So this is like, what, a 70 gigabyte game or something like that? I don't know if them adding these attires and these new models really add to the storage. I have no idea, and I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about either one of these theories. So the first one seems a little bit more likely than the second one. And here's my issue. I would think that this is fine if I was actually playing MyFACTION. And I'm not playing MyFACTION. A lot of people are actually not playing MyFACTION. And the reason that I specifically don't play MyFACTION is because I cannot stand playing tag matches. And you have to do all these things in a match if you want to get, like, you know, like your MyFACTION points or whatever, and to move on. Even in the 1v1s, I think those are fine. When it comes to the 4v4s and the 2v2s and tag team matches, they can constantly break up your pin, and then you have to, like, knock 4 people off on the apron, right? And sometimes they just reverse you, and then it just doesn't work, and then the superstar gets up, and then it's like, oh man, well, I messed that up. So playing matches with factions, it's just a little annoying. And I wanted to make it so that the AI only breaks up your pin once. But, you know, obviously that could have been a adjusted setting in the sliders too. And that's why I don't play MyFACTION. And I tried giving it a shot in 2K22 and 2K23, and I just can't stick to it. So that's my thing. And the thing is, we are very vocal about this specific situation. We are very vocal about the fact that us as fans and someone who's been playing this since I can't even remember since how long, over a decade at this point, but you know, we've been very vocal about not wanting this to be the case. We've wanted to bring these attires into our game because these attires are cool. We want to see them in our game. You know, it'd be really cool to just have so many like superstar slots, and then there's just like all these attires that you can choose from. And even with like the stunning Steve Austin thing, you know, he'd be nice to just kind of implement into the game and stuff like that. And I just wish we have like a concrete reason as to why. If you guys have any of your own theories, make sure to, you know, leave them in the comments below, because I'm about to end this video here. What do you guys think? Will they still continue to lock Attires behind MyFACTION? Do you guys play MyFACTIOn? Are you guys are you guys okay with this? You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna end this here. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.